Hey guys, I dreaded to make this video, but I'm going to do it anyway. So today, April 25th, marks 1 month since my uncle passed. Around this time, my grandma got a call from the hospital saying to come down here as soon as possible. So, grandma told me to get ready. And so, around about like 11, 12 o'clock, we got down to the hospital. Our neighbor, Attila, great guy by the way, he drove us down there, and Craig was in the Green Tower in the MICU, room 367, I believe. The day before he passed, he was all smiles, but sometimes doesn't last, you know. So when we got down there, oh boy, Craig wasn't in the best shape. I told a few of my family members on my dad's side, and also gave my work group chat a text. And Craig was suffering. He wanted to be off the ventilator because, for one, it would deteriorate him more, and if he did survive that day, he would have suffered a whole lot more. So there was nothing more the doctors could have done, you know. So they decided to sedate him and let him go peacefully. If I was in his shoes, I would have done the same thing, you know. Can't believe it's been a month since he passed, and it's just so hard, you know. You know, I'm learning a lot from this, you know, about the legality of a family member's passing without a will, and I think it was yesterday or the day before, Grandma had to go down to the courthouse to get her will written and notarized. So when she goes, I'll have like a small amount of money, since I'm the only one left, apart from my side of the family, which is my dad's family. So I'm learning a lot from this, you know. And Grandma had to go down to the probate court just to get that stuff done. It could take 4 to 6 weeks just to get it all processed. It takes time, after all. So back to Craig's passing. He suffered. He suffered a lot. I know there was a fighting chance, but sometimes it was like too little, too late, you know. And I told you guys about him coming home and him recovering, but that didn't happen, you know. He didn't die in vain. He died fighting. And around, I think it was, according to my time, it was like 2:20 when he passed. But the time of his death in legal matters, he was pronounced legally dead at around 4:27, about 2 hours after, about like an hour or so after Grandma and I left the hospital. Right there, that's him and my mom. That's him and my mom. Yeah, both of them are reunited in heaven now. It's sad, you know. It's pretty sad. And he died just like almost a month or so before his 75th birthday. And come May 6th, Grandma and I will be celebrating his life, you know? It's the only right thing to do anyway. Jeez, I'm about to cry here because of what's been going on. It's sad, you know? What the... Is that Grandma calling my name? Comment. Hold on. I'll be right back, guys. Yeah? Hey guys, so Grandma just showed me Craig's civilian identification for the army. He was like a golf pro in the armed forces, and she told me something that is a coincidence. That ID that Grandma showed me was issued back on March 25th, 1998, and it expired on March 25th, 1999. That was the day of his death. Coincidence? I think so. Yeah, March 25th, 1999. I think I wasn't even born yet. See, April, May, June, July, August. I was born 6 months after that expired. Yeah, it says civilian identification, the Department of the Army. Yeah, Fort McPherson. That was. It seems like it was like way south of here. So anyway, it's kind of hard, you know, just to talk about this. And when I told Grandma, when I have kids of my own, say this was your great uncle right here. Say that's him. Say yes, that's him. All right. When the day that he passed, Grandma put his hand on his chest to feel his last heartbeat. Knowing that it was the end for him. And had to tell my work first because they were the first to know. Apart from that, anyway. I know he was pissed because I didn't tell him first, but I had to tell my work first. Yeah, he called me on a cell phone, but I was grieving. I know Dad got pissed off, but it's not my fault for not calling him when my uncle passed away. It's not my fault. Eventually he understood though, thank God though. Because he wanted to tell everybody else, but that's my responsibility. And get this, he He wasn't. Yeah, Dad wasn't there when Craig died. This guy gave us a high horse for one thing, though. Yeah, but eventually he understood, though. Thank God for that one. Can't believe he's gone, man. There's no telling what he might have done if he stayed healthy. He would have worked at an alpha for another 5-10 years. Then he would have retired with a decent amount of money, wrote his will, and passed it down to Grandma and I. He lived a good life, you know? He lived a good life. He's done everything. He was a park ranger for Fulton County. He worked for the Fulton County government way back in the 70s and 80s. And he was a golf pro. He worked in manufacturing at AMREP. It's like a chemical. It was like a chemical plant in Memphis, and they worked at an Alpha, which is just a it's about like 20-some minutes up the road from my house. So he did it all, you know. He did it all. And I think here's the obituary. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see here. Let's see here. Let's see. Aha! Here we go. Predictional obituary. Here we go. All right, that's him in 2021. Craig Robert Dixon, May 6, 1950 to March 25, 2025. Craig Robert Dixon, age 74, of Kennesaw, Georgia, passed away March 25, 2025 after a long illness and comforted by his family. He was born on May 5, 1950 in St. Louis, Missouri. Craig was preceded in death by his father, Robert Kenneth Dixon, that's my grandfather, his sister, Sandra Jean Einsman, that's my mom. Craig is survived by his devoted mother, Shirley McDonald Dixon, and his loving nephew, that's me. Craig had many passions in life. He loved all sports, especially golf. He was also an avid gardener, too. Rest in peace, dear one. Love, Mom. Yep, and that's him right there. That's him as a baby. That's him right there as a kid in the 50s, and that's him and my grandma right there. And that's him in the Cub Scouts. And there's Craig as a golf pro, and grandma was the dead mother. Yeah. And that's him and my grandpa right there. And there's Craig. It does look it does look like my mom almost. And that's him right there too. And that's me and him right there. And that's me, Grandma, and Craig right there. There's Craig. Yeah. It's just, yeah. And here's something from my cousin Gary and his wife Cindy. Here's what it says. Mrs. Dixon and Andy, I'm deeply sorry for the loss of your son and uncle. I know how hard this must be for you both, and I wish you help you in any way. Please know that I have been praying for Craig for relief of the pain he was suffering. God had other plans, and called him home. Yep. Shit, not to cry here. God. Craig's resting comfortably in God's loving arms with his sister. Exactly. May Craig rest in peace. Sending love and prayers to you as you run down to Craig. Garen Cindy's storm mark. Yep, that's their message right there. So thank you, Gary and Cindy, for that. So anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, can't believe it's been a month. It's gonna be hard on Grandma night too. I have to let everybody know about it. First and foremost, my job. I think here's what I said when Craig passed. Let me see here. Where is let's see. Here we go. Let's see here. Let's see. I sent this on Tuesday, March 25th. It says, "Hey guys, one son of my uncle isn't doing well. The doctor called and grabbed him this morning. It's not looking good. My uncle might pass away. He isn't breathing. His body's rejecting any sort of medicine. I'll let you guys know how it plays out. We're praying for you and your family, Andy. We send our deepest sympathy to you and your grandma during these difficult times." That's what. That's what my manager said. And at around 2:20 p.m., after an hour or so after my uncle unofficially died, says, "Hey guys, got some bad news. And my uncle just passed away today. I'll be grieving with Grandma." "Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, bro. We love you, Andy." "We're sorry to hear that. I hope that you're alright. I like to believe that the person who lives does not die. He only dies when others forget him. So remember Uncle with love." Yeah. I'll always remember him though. I'll never forget about him. So anyway, I'm gonna go. I'll see you guys later. Bye guys.